All right, the main ability that the mage is going to cast is called Fireball. That Fireball is going to be a stacking debuff, and it is a tank alert, so be watch out. The reason why is because it's going to cast Rising Flames. When this ability ends, you will explode, and the damage that it causes is going to be based on how many stacks of that ability you have. It's another tank swap mechanic. You're going to want to watch that stack to make sure that you don't get too high and wipe the raid due to having too many of them. The other thing he's going to cast is called Pyroblast. He's going to put a shield on himself, and all DPS is going to focus that shield down so that we can interrupt his Pyroblast ability. If his Pyroblast goes off, the person that he is targeting will die. It's guaranteed 400,000 damage. The only ability the healers need to watch out for is going to be Searing Embers. You're going to want to dispel this as quickly as you can off your allies. The reason why is because as it sticks around, it's going to do more damage. At the end of its lifespan, it's going to cast Unleashed Ember, which is going to deal 40,000 fire damage to all of us. All of us. If all of them still remain up, that's a wipe. Alright, you'll notice these guys have energy meters. The reason why is because at certain energies, they are going to do what's called a team attack. They do 3 separate team attacks, and they are pretty brutal. Now, the first one they are going to use is called Fire from Mist. All right, so at about 30 energy, am I right, Shades? About 30 energy?
Yeah, it's 30.
Gotcha. About 30 energy, there's going to be 3 living bombs that spawn in the field. Just an FYI, in case it does happen, these bombs will be engulfed in mists, shrouding line of sight. You have to be directly on top of that bomb. If this bomb goes off, it's going to inflict raid-wide damage. So, DPSing them down as quickly as possible takes priority over the fight itself. The living bombs that spawn will have a beam that circles the outside perimeter of it, stopping anyone from damaging it. If you're hit by that beam, it will deal 50,000 damage, so do not get hit by that beam. It runs in a circle, so just stay out of its way. As the fight progresses at about, I want to say 60 energy, we'll move on to the second team attack. The second team attack is called a Flash of Hostility, and what this is going to do is you're going to see a bunch of ring of pieces spawn on the floor as the enemies dodge off to the far outside area. When this happens, we will have to move as close as we can to them while dodging the rings of pieces. We will have to DPS down in Ice Wall, and we will have to strike them to end the team attack.
It's more like a maze, by the way.
Yes, there's a ton of them. You're gonna have to find the correct path to go through.
There should only be one path, but it's very long.
Now, the last team attack that they conduct is called the Serpent and the Phoenix. They will both turn into new creature. The Fire Mage will turn into a Phoenix, and the Monk will turn into a Dragon. This is at a point in time where a DPS race ensues, and damaging them as quickly as possible to kill them is imperative. And yes, the maze is cancer. A lot of this is going to make no sense until you actually fight it, and we adjust as needed. So do prepare for wipes, but be prepared to learn. It's not been seen yet, but it is a possibility, so I want to make you aware of it. When the Monk changes into her dragon form, she has the possibility of launching all of us up into the air to do the multi-sided strike. So just be aware if that does happen, you know what to do during that process. Face the enemy that is glowing first. You don't have to DPS them evenly. The goal is to keep the Monk at a lower health than the Fire Mage, because if the Monk is at a higher HP than the Fire Mage, she will gain a damage buff. We do not want that. So if at all possible, you want to be DPSing the Monk first until, unless a mechanic requires you to move over to the Fire Mage, such as the shield. We don't want a Pyroblast to kill somebody.